I spent 36 days in the hospital, and my life hasn't been the same since. I was diagnosed with an infection called septic arthritis, which is an onset joint infection, and in most cases causes rapid destruction of your joints and has a 10 to 30% chance mortality rate. So in simple terms, if you catch this infection, you have a 10 to 30% chance of dying. Not even a return to sport, dying. But thank God, I'm still here. And thank God I'm talking to you guys. Long story short, I was playing a game. Most of you guys know me. I'm a professional footballer. At the start of the year, I was playing for Harborview Football Club in the Jamaica Premier League. A great experience. I transferred to Italy. Prior, I was playing Serie D. This year at Chalenza. And after one of my games, we only had like 4 games left in the season, I woke up with a swollen knee. You know, as any team physio or athletic therapist would do, they would say, hey, it's a trauma, take a day off, tomorrow you're back at training. And I listened to them. So on the first day, took that day off. And the second day, my leg was worse. On the third day, my leg was worse. On the fourth day, I was rushed to the hospital. I had a fever of 39. My leg was straight, couldn't bend it, swollen like a balloon. Fever. Feeling like I'm gonna die. I was in Italy at the time, so a little small town called Agnone. From Agnone, I was transferred to Isernia to get the leg tested, the liquid. Because with any joint infection, whether it's in your ankle, in your knee, in your hip, a lot of liquid is gonna form in that joint. And that liquid, the liquid that was in my joint, was infected. Long story short, I was transferred to the biggest hospital in the province in Campobasso, and from there I did emergency surgery, where the infection was cleaned out, and I was told I was going to do IV antibiotics for 4 weeks, which I did. So basically, you stick a needle in your arm, you have that little liquid going, and I'll do that 3 times a day, 6 a.m., 4 p.m., and 11 p.m., followed by physio twice a day to move my leg, to bend it. But it wasn't bending. I'd ask the doctors, hey, am I gonna play again? The doctors would tell me, our job is not to make you play, our job is to keep you alive. Hearing that as an athlete is devastating. And I'd ask them every day, am I gonna play, am I gonna play? Am I gonna return to sport? And a lot of the doctors said, nah, we don't think you're gonna play football again. We don't think you're gonna run again. Hearing that as an athlete is terrible, you know? Especially playing in a foreign country, no family around, no mom, no dad, no real friends, you know what I mean? No visitors. I was in a room with a basketball player. His family would come every day to visit him. We had visitation hours twice a day, so at 12 o'clock and at 6 o'clock, and his family would come and they'd hold him and comfort him, and me, I'm just watching. My family ain't there, my family's in Canada, my family's in Portugal, my family's in Brazil. They ended up feeling bad for me, so they'd bring food, and the nurses would try to cheer me up because they seen I was sad. I was in a place where if you cry, there's no one to rub your tears, homeboy. It's only you. And anyways, so staying there for 36 days with that infection alone taught me about trauma. And this trauma made me realize it doesn't matter how much Instagram followers you have, how much Facebook followers you have, how much likes, how much friends, how famous you are, how good you are in your sport, how good you are in your job. When it's your time to die, you're gonna die. When you're in the hospital, fighting a disease, fighting some infection, and you have a chance of dying, what you did in the world, you did. What you didn't do in the world, you didn't do. So if you're letting public opinion affect your choices, if you're letting public pressure, if you're letting outside noise affect the person that you are today, you're severely wrong. Because at the end of the day, when you're in that bed, it's you, God, and yourself. So long story short, I would say my learning experience is if you want to do something, do it. And don't worry about what other people think, because at the end of the day, nothing they can do is going to help you. I'm just out.